Oh man, YouTube. I don't know what's going on with Baltimore, but whew, they seem like they having a whole slew of issues with the officials and the money. Cause you see, you can't be messing up, with your government officials and the money. You gotta have one or the other. It gotta be one or the other. But I kid you not, I've been doing a few videos on Baltimore and everything like that, and it's been a huge deluge of just information just being flooded throughout my algorithm when it comes to what's going on in Baltimore. Because honestly, I don't really pay much mind to them. I mean, obviously, I never been there. I don't live there. But we're gonna jump right into this because apparently a Baltimore school police officer, he's been dealing with some funky money.
A Baltimore City Schools police officer convicted of stealing $215,000 taxpayer dollars will keep his taxpayer-funded pension.
As Chris Papps explains, when Lawrence Smith is sentenced for his crime, he could go to prison for 25 years. But as Maxine mentioned, he'll still collect his government pension.
It's unbelievable that this is even a question, that there's even a discussion.
David Williams, with the Taxpayers Protection Alliance, has been advocating against government fraud, waste, and abuse for decades. He's seen a lot, and even he is stunned by what Project Baltimore just told him.
He really betrayed the trust of the whole community by these crimes.
Mr. Smith, you pleaded to wire fraud and income tax evasion. Do you have any statements that you want to make to the community?
On Friday, in federal court, former Baltimore City Schools police officer Lawrence Smith pleaded guilty to felony wire.
I ain't gonna lie to you, that's a diabolical walk and beanie combination right there. Dude is just like strolling. He's just chilling. He's like, I did what I did, so what? I'm still gonna get my money. Honestly, it's one of those weird things where it's like, okay, that's his pension, and pensions are protected like heavily, but at the same time, you stole from the taxpayers. But is that weird, like, little gray area of, yeah, he stole from the taxpayers, but if his pension had nothing to do with that, and I'm guessing it didn't, he's still awarded that, but at the same time, it seems like you're being rewarded for stealing. You know what I'm saying?
Wire fraud and income tax evasion. As part of a plea deal, Smith agreed to a forfeiture of no less than $200,000 paid to the U.S. government and more than $61,000 in restitution to the IRS. His convictions carry a maximum sentence of 25 years in prison.
Smith's sentencing date has not been set. His fate is not yet known. But what we do know is that no matter what the judge decides, Smith, who admitted to stealing hundreds of thousands of taxpayer dollars, will keep his taxpayer-funded pension.
It's frustrating to see someone who's arrested for stealing taxpayer dollars actually getting more taxpayer dollars after the arrest has taken place.
I'm not trying to be a dick. He needs someone to like go over his wardrobe or something like that. That suit is either too big or he's sitting not correctly. His tie is disheveled and everything like that. I'm not trying to be rude, but you came online for like an interview and everything like that, and you looking kind of disheveled. Present yourself better. I'm just saying.
Please.
Smith worked as a Baltimore City Schools police officer for 22 years, from 2002 to 2024. He participated in the Baltimore City Employee Retirement System, where city schools makes contributions on behalf of police officers.
Do you have any statement at all to the Baltimore City Schools community?
Since Smith pleaded guilty to 2 federal felonies, we sent an email to ERS asking, can he still collect his pension? A spokesperson wrote back explaining ERS does not have a bad boy clause prohibiting benefits for misconduct except for elected officials. ERS then added, pension benefits are not public record. Apparently, not only will Smith keep his pension, but taxpayers are not entitled to know how much he'll receive, even if he's collecting that pension from jail.
Justice needs to be very severe and swift, and to show that crime doesn't pay. Right now, if he receives his pension from the city, it shows that crime does pay.
Smith was arrested by the FBI in September of 2023. Months earlier, in January of that year, Project Baltimore first exposed that Smith was logging police overtime when he appeared to not be working. We uncovered Facebook Live videos that show Smith driving a boat on the Chesapeake Bay, coaching football, or on vacation when his overtime form said he was working.
Dog, you supposed to be working. You need to have zero social media presence, no footprint at all, if you're gonna be dealing with some funky money. If you're gonna be stealing, then you can't be posting yourself on, like, what the I've said it time and time again. Social media is a terrible yet beautiful thing because it's catching a whole lot of these dummies out here just acting a fool. How is it that your ass is posting yourself on these trips, doing whatever you want to do, when you're supposed to understand and know, you know what? I'm logging in for this. Let me just chill inside the house. What? I'm not promoting crime or anything like that. Truly, I'm not. But no wonder your dumb ass got caught. Because, I mean, if you're going to do crime, at least do it better than that. Like, come on now. It's stupid. Caught your ass on a boat.
8 months after Fox 45 News aired that report, Smith was indicted. City schools placed him on administrative leave, but he remained on payroll for nearly an entire year. According to City Schools' employee salary database, taxpayers likely paid Smith around $93,000 after he was accused of stealing more than $215,000 from taxpayers. Under state law, city schools can attempt to recoup the money it paid Smith after his arrest. We reached out to the district asking if it'll try to recoup the money, but the district did not directly answer.
This is a pattern for the school system, is that they aren't doing the right things. The school system has failed students, has failed taxpayers, and this is a shining example of that.
What do you think? Should a city employee who stole hundreds of thousands of taxpayer dollars still receive a taxpayer-funded pension?
What do I think? Might be a bit controversial. Yeah, and I hate saying that because I hate things, especially when it comes to money like that, when you're taking from taxpayer. Hate that with a passion. But just like what it said in the email through their organization that helps them with the pension and everything like that, there is no bad boy clause. There's nothing saying that if you are accused of this or if you're found doing this, we take the money from you. It's not. There's nothing saying that. And if it isn't, we can't just make up laws based off of how we feel. If it is such a problem, right? It's such an issue. After this case, which may suck, they should invoke something like that to where it's like, hey, look, if you're accused of stealing from the taxpayer, stealing from the city in some way, shape, or form, then boom, your pension's done. He was correct in saying that it would show that crime does pay. Not really, because he'll be collecting a pension behind bars. I mean, what can you really do with that? I mean, buy some cell phones. Another thing that I don't think people are considering is that he might not even get the full 25 years. The way courts are running and everything like that, the way things work, might not get the full 25 years. He might get less than that. And then boom, collect the pension, get out, collect even more of his pension. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy how things work out, but that's what happens when you have gray areas in situations like this. Would I want him to somehow pay back the taxpayer for paying him all that much and then him stealing all that much? Hell yeah. If there's nothing in there saying that that's like protocol for what happens when you're accused of doing something wrong, then no. I know what I want to happen. Sure, yeah, I want to pay it back. But if there's nothing in there saying that he has to, what do you want me to do? I do think it's crazy that even though he was on administrative leave, he was still getting paid. That's wild. That one's kind of crazy. I think they should find some way to get that back because I don't think that's right. You're on administrative leave accused of stealing from the taxpayer and you're still getting paid. That's why he was walking like that. That's why he was walking with that whole beanie and shit. He was just strolling and shit. He didn't give a damn. He's like, look, I got paid twice over. This is the second instance too of weird money going on when it comes to the school system in Baltimore. All right, I'm paying attention to y'all. Y'all on my radar. I'm gonna dig a little bit deeper with this. Dig a little bit deeper. Well, you guys already know the drill. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like. Comment down below. Tell me your thoughts. Do you think he should lose his pension? I mean, we all know that seemingly legally there's nothing they can do, but let me know your thoughts. I mean, I think he should. It's just that it is what it is. They can't take it from it legally. But tell me your thoughts down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.